This is not an easy video for me to make, but I do know that it'll benefit somebody out there. And I'm sharing something very personal. 6 months ago, I suffered a heart attack. And it was something that was so foreign to me because I thought I was living a very, very wholesome life. I'm a spiritual mentor, and here I was going through something that I had to say, oh my God, how could it happen to me? I'm the one preaching all of this. And it took me a while. I went through all the motions. I was in shock. I felt shame. I felt guilt that I hadn't been taking care of myself as I should have, which I thought I was lying to myself. And it was a very difficult period for me to go through all those motions and to receive, in particular, to receive help from my surroundings. But I can tell you now that it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it forced me to look inside and take responsibility, to use the ability of response that I have to take care of this body, which is my sanctuary. I remind us that we're speaking a spiritual talk, and to be in this life, to carry our souls, we've been given a gift, this case, which is our body, and we each have an individual one, and it's sacred. And I know that today. And I know what my body needs, and it needs not just nourishment, it needs the peace within. And what I understood in particular is that even though I persuaded myself that I could have the occasional ice cream and I could have the occasional sugar, no, it did not do any good to my body, and I had this fogginess. So here I was preaching and teaching, and while I was doing that, it was all perfect. But then I'd come home to myself and I'd get all foggy. And today I see so clearly. Everything is so clear to me. And I just want to say, don't wait for something to happen. Take yourselves into your own hands and do the work you need to do within. And it goes through three steps. The first one is to really sit on your hands and say, I'm not touching that. I'm abstaining from that. That's the hard part. Because when you're trying to get over an addiction or over something that you're used to on a daily basis that has become automatic, it's very difficult to say no to that. But once you do that, 21 days later, it becomes easy. You don't really have the cravings anymore. And then something happens. You're tested again. And when you remember the covenant that you made to yourself for your sanctuary, and you keep that, then there are no more hurdles. It becomes part of your life. I've lost a lot of weight. I've gained a lot of life. And I just want to say to you guys, don't wait for something to happen. Your body needs nourishment. It doesn't need all the crap. And it wants to live. It wants to, our cells receive toxins on both levels. One through these junk foods that we eat, and the other through what it's listening to. The words that we berate ourselves. Because those who do take sugar, after they've taken it, after you've taken it, you're going to berate yourself. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to say, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That is toxic. Don't do that. So that's my message for today. It's a little personal, but I hope it's helped somebody out there. And just because we can,